Hello guys and Happy New Year. Tonton is here. Sorry for disappearing for quite a few times. Just had a lot of party New Year's Eve. So now I'm back and I think I will kick off the year with a clip analyzing the evolution of Optimus Prime figure. But then since Prime is a well-known character, we have a lot of versions. So I will only focus on the version of Optimus from the live-action movie from 1 to 3, which will be the truck, the truck that we are familiar with. And let's begin. So first here we have the original toys. Since I don't have the figures itself, I'm gonna use an image, and as you can see, this is the first attempt of recreating Optimus Prime in the figure mode. I think this is a 2007 leader class Optimus Prime, and with this first version, I think that we don't have all the accessories. We only have the blaster of him, and the blaster is on a gimmick, so flip the blaster onto the hand, and also he's we have a lot of the G1 look. I mean, from the all the squares and everything. We don't have that exactly slick aesthetic of the live action model. And one more thing is that I think this version we do have LED and sounds, and basically this is the start of all the awesome future of the Optimus Prime figures. So now finish on this one, I'm gonna jump to the next version. I think this is the 2009 leader class Optimus Prime, and here we have the next step of Optimus Prime. This is the Revenge of the Fallen leader version. I did have the arms modification, like he can use, this is a full articulate hands now. Otherwise, this is Optimus. You can see that he's pretty movie accurate. If you turn him around, you see that they did a pretty good job at that time in doing the backpack, kind of neat, which I really like. And the gas tank here, you can actually transform it into a gun, which is nice. So he will have 2 guns and 2 swords. This is actually quite a nice feature, considering that he used his weapon in the movie quite a lot. And one more is this one still has that sound feature if you there's this piece in the stomach, but unfortunately I didn't change the battery, so we'll have no sounds. This is a huge improvement because upon this figure we will have a lot of Optimus Prime. They all have improvements, but then they all first based from this figure alone. So in a way you can say that this leader class of 2009 Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime is the start of all, it's not the start, I mean it will be the main standard for all Optimus Prime figure. So to convert into both big Optimus Prime and some smaller Prime. So from the 2009 leader class, we have this 2010 Voyager Battle Blade Optimus Prime, and as you can see that he's the miniaturized version of the Revenge of the Fallen leaders. As you can see here, you still have the sword onto the hands, and this is the gun also as the gas tank. And I'm impressed that they managed to miniaturize the whole engineer, and he does have some brown yellow part. This is mimicking the Brodus thing or something, which is not in the movie, but I think this is a nice touch, adding a few levels of detail onto the figure itself. And one more thing, that this is the first ever movie Optimus Prime that does include a matrix of leadership inside his chest, which is a really nice touch, even though I'm not gonna bother taking it out because it's too small. But then this is a good touch for the Voyager, for the smaller scale Optimus, which is a really good move from Hasbro. A little bit from on the size, this is the 2011 Voyager Optimus Prime from the Transformer Prime series. Why do I include him onto this video? It is because at first he bears quite similar resemblance of the movie Optimus Prime, and second is that his engineer will have a lot of effects onto the hottest line in my channel right now, which is the Studio Series line. So that is why I also include him. As you can see that his figure came out in 2011, and he is a decent Optimus Prime, I must say, with bulky arms and slim thighs, which is kind of like a super robot resemblance. And he came with a blaster and a blade, which is kind of nice. As you can see, the gun is quite big, so it really resembles the Optimus Prime movie blaster and also the sword. And with this we will have like few more incarnation of Optimus Prime in the movie franchise. Basically everything is adaptation from this guy here. And how are they gonna resemble? I'm gonna talk in the next part, which is the first Studio Series Optimus Prime ever. Let's find out. And here we have the 2018 Voyager Studio Series number 5 Optimus Prime. This is the first Studio Optimus Primes that we ever have. And I will show you a lot of similarities between these two versions. First, as you can see, the chest section, they all have 1, 2, 3 pegs each size. So here 1, 2, 3. So the explanation is that they use the same engineering to transform, which is why he's not really movie accurate, because in the movie Optimus not supposed to have these two black joints over here. As you can see, that is one of the similarities. And if you look to this area here, I'm gonna bring them closer so you can see it. As you can see the wheels here, and you have that hollow wheels cover. So yeah, because since the movie design is a little bit different, so that is why we have the wheels up on his thighs here, but not up here. But then we still have that wheels cover section, which means that the engineer is still some ways the same in the way of, you know, representing the design of the movies. That is why, yeah, that's why I said this Prime does really affect a lot of upcoming Optimus Prime figure. And from him we have the Studio Series number 5, and then from the Studio Series number 5 we have another Studio Series, which is the number 44. I'm using the number 44 because he's the best version of Optimus so far. So I'm gonna bring him in right now so you can see. And this is the latest version of the Optimus Prime, and I think this will be the final version of him. I mean, like in this design in the Studio Series line. As you can see, the Optimus here, he's still bear he's now more in shape with the movie design. His hand is still his arm is still the same gimmick. See the open and flip flop like that. But then again, his chest is now different. This is not totally flat. It got like texture, which is like what he looks like in the movie. And I like that a lot. This is like finally we have some movie accuracy about the transformation gimmicks and everything. One thing that is not movie accurate, like the first Studio Series, is that the wheels position. As you can see, in the movies Prime normally will have 2 wheels on the thighs and 1 on the legs, but then only the first Studio Series managed to have that. But then on the MP40, the SS44, we have the 2 wheels here, which is similar to the Prime's version. As you can see here, this is similar, which is not really nice at all, to be honest. And he still kept the wheels cover onto his lower body section. And yeah, that's it for the smaller scale figure. I mean, like we been through a lot, and I'm pretty happy with this figure itself, because if anyone say 10 years ago that we're gonna have such a detailed and really nice looking figures like that, I'm not gonna believe, to be honest. But then we have this, and I'm really happy, which is what Takara and Hasbro has gave us. I'm really appreciate the efforts. And now, enough with the small guy. I'm gonna move to the bigger guys, which will be the movie masterpiece version, and I mean 2KO's version. Let's find out. And here we have the movie masterpiece Optimus Prime. This is the official version of Takara and Hasbro. As you can see here, this is what we all want as a kid. The best, I mean, might be the best Optimus Prime figure ever, with everything that we want, we expect. He got that really movie accurate design. The bulky body of the first leader is gone, and the inappropriate in scale of the 2009 leader class is also gone. What we end up here is a very slick and detailed figures, which can change the face. And we have these accessories here. It's a blaster, and it also comes with his sword. But then, unfortunately, I don't have them here with me right now. So, yeah, you know what they look like. Anyway, and this is a very good version because you do have some die-cast part on the feet and on the leg here. They are die-cast, which means that they're gonna add a very good weight to the figure's bottom half, so he can stand a lot more secure. And as you can see here, the two wheels here, they have already separate those, so they will be very like you can manage them quite easily in the transformation. And anyway, this is a good prime. I mean, like, this is what we all want, and to be honest, it is nice at that time. But now, to me, comparing the two prime I'm gonna bring up to the video, I don't like this guy that much anymore. So let's find out. So from the first movie masterpiece Optimus Prime, we have with two knockoff versions here. So this one here is the I think the code is LS03F from Black Mamba. This is like the upscale version of the movie masterpiece. As you can see, they add the six-pack here, so he looks like in Dark of the Moon. And next to him we have the Black Apple Wei Zhang knockoff. So this one still stay in its original course of the 1 and 2 incarnation. To be honest, this two figure here, they all still use the same engineering from the movie masterpiece, but then they add up a little bit of change now and there to give for the smoke pipe. This is the smoke pipe of the Black Apple, but on the Black Mamba it's moved to this side, so it's kind of like hidden away. And obviously the Black Mamba is taller. And upon diecast part, the two versions still have the same diecast proportion as the movie masterpiece, since it is hard to calculate which part you should and should not include diecast part. And another difference is that the chrome part, as you can see for the Black Apple version, the Wei Zhang, he has a lot of chrome part. Like, they did a lot of chroming into the figure, so it will look shiny and nice. And one thing is really important is that for the shoulder armor, as you can see, the Black Mamba version is like spring loaded, so it moves on its own. But then with the Black Apple, it's still same as the movie masterpiece, so you got kind of like joint, and you have to angle it yourself. Upon scale, since this is all a knockoff version, so they all will be bigger than the movie masterpiece. And this is what they look like in scale. So this is the movie masterpiece. We have the Wei Zhang Black Apple, and this is Black Mamba. So yeah, kind of like a really different in scale, because if you look at the movie masterpiece and the Black Mamba version, I mean, like, he's like really tall figures. And one more thing is that I prefer the blues from the two knockoff version than the blues in the original version, because I believe like in the movie, Prime has like a dark metallic blue paint, then this is like a bright blue paint. I don't really like that as well. And also the red, they all look glossier, especially with the Black Mamba version. And the arms of the Black Apple version is kind of strange, since it doesn't have that armor cover up section, which is kind of odd to me. And one more thing that about the Black Apple version is that this stomach section here, they really like pops out quite a bit. So as you can see, this is kind of strange to me as well. So yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, this is knockoff teams versus the original team. And that's it for today's. Happy New Year's again, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the evolution of Optimus Prime from 1 to 3. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, and be sure to subscribe to my channel, of course. And also follow me on Instagram. The link is on my description. That is where I do most of my updates and talks with you guys to see what can I improve in my upcoming videos. That's all. Tonton is back for 2020, and I wish you again a happy new year. Goodbye, guys.